Hello and welcome to Broome Up Front. I'm your host, Brian Smith. Today we have a fantastic guest. He's an international touring musician. Please welcome Randy McStein.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions to start?
I do not mind.
So you've collaborated with such artists as Marco Miniman and Porcupine Tree. Tell us how this has affected your outlook on making music.
Well, both of those artists are very highly regarded in their respective fields, great musicians, and I think just above anything, it just gets you to raise your own game as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Got to compete somehow, right?
Yeah.
So I heard that you've played a sold out show at the O2 Arena in Wembley. Would you say that show was a defining moment in your career?
It definitely goes up there high on the list. That was with the band Porcupine Tree. And yeah, it's an iconic venue. I mean, I was sitting in my dressing room looking at posters of Led Zeppelin and David Bowie, who had played there in the past, thinking like, okay, well, this is a long way from Binghamton, New York, so sure.
Oh yeah, definitely a change of scenery.
Yeah.
When you're writing a song, what do you think of first, the vibe or the melody?
I tend to start with music first and find some chords or some sort of sequence that is appealing, and then I'll just kind of sit with that for a while and then start on the melodic or vocal aspect.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for up-and-coming musicians who are watching?
It's a really tough question because it really depends on what you want to do in music. Practice is an obvious thing, but these days you have to be really aware of the business and try to be as diverse as possible if you want to, have a livable wage in music.
Yeah, definitely have to appeal to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Get your sound out there. Do you feel that your experience with Porcupine Tree has given you a different perspective on the music industry?
Yeah, absolutely, because it brought me to places such as Wembley, as you mentioned, but just other aspects of the business that you don't really see unless you're there. Boring things like what it costs to hire a union crew at Radio City Music Hall or whatever, but like these are very important things to be aware of, how everything works.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Has touring around different countries affected your writing at all?
That's tough to say. I guess I would say generally sure, because just it's more input and more experiences.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we got for this segment, but don't go anywhere. Randy's going to be performing his new song, Green, live later on.
At Christmas time, Animal Adventure Park in Harpersville, New York hosts the largest lights display in the area, attracting hundreds of people from all over.
Oh, it brings families together, I think it's awesome. Kids, you can just see them running around everywhere and they're just soaking it up. And also, just gets you in the Christmas spirit. Like, I love all the lights and all the music. It's honestly wonderful.
From decorated barns and exhibits, inflatable animals, and a tunnel of lights, Jungle Bells prides itself on its ability to surprise its guests every year with new features.
This is really cool. They did a great job decorating with the music and the decorations and the blow-up objects, so this is really cool.
Visitors can visit zebras, yaks, lions, goats, and dozens more animals. For Tyler Davies, the main attraction is April the giraffe and her daughter Azizi.
I love seeing the giraffe exhibit. That was awesome. Seeing people feed it carrots and then it would stick its tongue out, which is like a foot long. You had to wrap around the carrot and suck it back up. It was an opportunity to just, get out and do something, I guess, active, you could say, and kind of get outside, enjoy the winter weather, and just spend time together doing something a little bit more unique than your every day-to-day stuff.
This is Ryan Kilmer, Hunter Truman, and Jackson Hodge for Broome Up Front.
Hello and welcome back to Broome Up Front. We're still joined here by Randy, He's going to be playing his song Green for us. Take it away, Randy.
Do you think they knew they would be the chosen few as they were standing in between all that green, 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 green? Do you think they fought over something someone thought as they were standing in between all that green, 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 green? I'm looking through you and I wonder to myself, if you could see all of the cards you would be dealt, would you leave right there and then, or would you do it all again? As they were standing in between all that green, 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 as they were standing in between all that green, 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 as they were standing in between all that green, 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 as they were standing in between all that green, 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 green.
What an amazing performance. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sadly, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you guys have a great night, and thank you for tuning in to Broome Up Front. Good night.